What's good, Life and Poetry fam? Welcome back to the channel with your boy, your host, the one and only, Marcus T, this guy. And we are back with another video. Now, if you guys have watched the last two videos that we dropped here, you know that things have changed, that we're doing some things differently now. And I let you guys know that the video that's coming out, whenever this video drops, it's going to be the 21 questions video. I mentioned it in, I think I mentioned this in the last video that I want to do this again. And before I start the video, I'm gonna let you know why I wanted to go back to do this video. But yeah, so we back though. All know we back, y'all. But before we jump into any of that stuff, guys, it's going to be a huge favor. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And once you've done that, make sure you turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time we here at Life and Poetry drop a new video. Remember that we use the word "we" because you never know who's going to pop up and grace us with that presence here on the channel. Just always be prepared for it. Maybe seeing somebody new one day. Maybe seeing somebody that's been here before. You never know. But yeah, so. But yeah, so we're gonna do the 21 questions video, guys. And you see, I'm at the table. I got my breakfast. I got my waffles. I got my fruit cup. Got some pears, some diced pears, and I got a cup of hot chocolate today. I'm just trying to get into a good vibe. I'm trying to keep that same vibe throughout the day. And I haven't had no hot chocolate in a while. It's actually I blended it with white hot chocolate and dark hot chocolate, and it is sweet. I probably should have done that, but it's fire either way, guys. Try it. So I'm gonna be eating while I do the video, guys. So just bear with me, stay tuned. I gotta eat my breakfast. This video is done off the early morning. You can hear it in my voice. I still have that muffled sinus sound going on here, but don't worry, I'm good. It's all fine. But yeah, so 21 questions video, right? So if you guys have been rocking with me since the beginning of time, even if you haven't rocked with me, you can always go back to watch. I think the first full video that we dropped here on the channel. That I think it was the first full video that we dropped on the channel where I answered questions so that you can get to know me, right? I asked a few questions. I think it was 20, it meant 21, maybe more. I don't know, but it was some questions so you guys can get to know me. And I was like, okay, what better way than to go back and do the same thing to kick off the newness, right? Because things have changed, things have evolved, things have changed. We're growing as people. And I'm growing as a person. Things aren't as they were when I first started back in January 2019, I think it was. 2020, 2019, one of the two. But that's how we kicked it off. We kicked off with introducing myself. So we're going to do that again, right? 21 questions. And yeah, I think there's some good questions too. Actually, I found these questions online. Some questions I found online, some questions I came up with my own. But I thought the questions that I found were very intriguing to have asked and to have answered. Before I eat, I'm sorry guys, before I eat, we gotta pray. Father God, we thank you for today, God. We thank you for waking us up this morning, God. We thank you for the bountiful blessings, God, that's to come our way, God. And right now, God, I ask that you bless this day, Father God. Just as you bless this food, oh God, that I'm about to partake, God. I ask that there be no impurities, nor perfections in either one, Father God. And it's in Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Amen. You gotta give honor to God, no matter what's happening. I told you. You have to put God first, no matter what's happening. I don't care if I already take a bite. I'm gonna apologize to God. I'm gonna pray, and then we're gonna keep on pushing on, right? But yeah, 21 questions, right? Buckle up, just stick with me here. I'm trying to get through them as quick as possible, but at the same time, I'm going to take my time. What's this? Nope, not paying for that. I hate when I'm on a computer and you run a certain thing like your virus protection software, they pop up stuff, so you should get this, pay for this, that, or third. No. A lot of stuff is unnecessary. Some stuff you may need, but some stuff is just unnecessary, like they just want you to spend money. Especially because they know I have to renew my subscription in like a few days. So they try to get you, while you're in a vulnerable space. No, not me. Gotta be quicker than that. Right? But guys, let's go. 21 questions, right? Let's start. Question number 1, who am I? I am a poet. I am a minister. I am a husband. I'm a friend. I'm an uncle. I'm a nephew. I'm a grandchild. I'm a child of God. Um, but in all that, I'm Marcus. I'm Marcus T. That's me. A plethora of things, but it all equates to one being, and it's me, Marcus T. This guy. I always like that this guy thing, right? So that's why I'm Marcus T. Right. Question number 2. Do I have any regrets? Um, it's funny. Okay, before I ask this question, it's funny because when I saw this question, this is one of the questions that that I ask myself a lot of times, especially as you go back and reevaluate, as you read, as some people say, rebranding yourself. I call it just growing past the old you. Like the scripture says, you can't put new wine in old wineskins. You have to continually grow, continue to evolve. But do I have any regrets? On a deeper level, yes, I do. Um, and it's just one big regret that I have. I don't live a life of regrets, but this one, this one really hits me every time I go back to look at it. And I regret not tackling, my diagnosis the way I should have had in the beginning. Um, like I was on the track, but then I pulled back, and I know I did it. I was scared of what it was, and I think I regret just not saying, you know what, I'm going to do this here for me. I'm gonna keep fighting for myself. But I guess at the end of the day, that regret turned into a strength too, because although I didn't have it in the beginning of where I wanted to be, it turned around. It turned around for my good. Like I really found something in myself from that space there, from learning from what I didn't do, and adjusting course to what needed to be done. And but yeah, I think that's probably the thing there. I guess it's not even a regret though, if you think about it. Uh, but that's life though. Sometimes we go through stuff and we wish we'd done something different that way, but it just didn't turn out that way. But outside of that, no, I have no regrets. Question number 3. What is making me come alive? Huh. That's easy. Life. Life itself keeps me pushing on. Like I said, with my diagnoses, the expectancy of my life was pretty short. It was pretty slim. But knowing that God kept me for a reason, and although at times it was unbeknownst to me what that reason was, He kept me. So why take that life for granted? Why not cherish that peace there? Why not take that and continue to prepare yourself for it? Like every day I wake up, I see my wife, um, and I think about my wife, and I say, man, as I have something and somebody to live for, somebody to love, and someone that loves me back. I look at where I've come and how far I've come, and see the strength that I've gained, and what emulates in me now. And I say, man, I'm living life. I may not have everything I want in the moment there, but I'm living life to the fullest, and nothing is holding me back. I don't let my disability hold me back anymore. I don't let my diagnosis hold me back, and I just live life the way that it's supposed to be lived. Right? I put God first for everything, and keep pushing from there. And I let Him take care of it. He literally has the reins over everything. So that life makes me come alive. Every time I think about it, it just brightens my day that I still have life. I still have life and have it abundantly. Moving on to question number 4. What makes you lose track of time? Uh, hmm, Two things. Writing and music. Y'all know that you listen to a song and sometimes that baby you be lost in space. You suddenly listen to this one song you listen to 15 songs, or you listen to that song on repeat, and the time just went by like that. Yeah, that same thing happens to me when I'm writing. When I'm in the zone, when I'm in my when I have my author's hat on, it's just like it's over. Just give me space and let me do me. I'll come out eventually, but while I'm here, let me have this time here. It's like the Sandman. This time just goes on. With the same as Father Time, it just keeps on rolling. But yeah, music and writing. All right, so question number 5. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for my wife. And and it's it and not on the surface, not on the shallow part. I'm grateful that She continues to push me, even though I don't want to push sometimes. She continues to put, to put her hand in my back. It keeps me encouraged, and she chose to love me in a time where I was so broken and torn apart, and I never thought that I could be in a space of happiness and bliss and to have that much joy. Because I'm like, who wants to be with a person with a disability for one, and has this disease that is like, uh, and it's a mindset thing, but I'm forever grateful for her. She came in my life and she changed it for the better. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now, this hot chocolate smells so good. I taste even better. Right, so I'm grateful for my wife. Question number 6. What is my biggest failure, and what can I learn from them? My biggest failure. Biggest failure. I guess, okay, so I guess this goes back to question number 2, the regret. I think my biggest failure is not putting that best foot forward when I first found out I was sick. Although I put my trust in God, and I'm not putting this on him. Do not get me wrong. I put my trust in God, but I forgot to do my part. Right? Scripture says it best: faith without works is dead. I had the faith, but I wouldn't put the work in. I was like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, And that was the wrongest. That was the worst mentality to have at the time. But from that, what I learned was that, okay, it's all right to be in this space here. It's all right to put your trust in God, and it's all right to sit back. But you can only sit back in that pocket for just so much until it's time for you to get the work done. And in that space there, you're learning that, okay, as I'm walking through the struggle and walking through this fire and walking through this hell that I'm in at the moment. And yes, I was in hell at the moment. It doesn't mean I'm going to stay there, right? It just means that, okay, I got to go through something to build something. What it say? It's like the process to make a diamond. I use this analogy all the time. You can't make a diamond without first putting pressure on a lump of coal, right? That whole process there was what I had to walk through to get to that diamond piece. I started the coal. I went through that pressure, and there was so much pressure coming down, but on the other side was that diamond. And I learned that in that process that although I'm gonna go through it, doesn't mean it's gonna stop me. That doesn't mean it's gonna kill me. It doesn't mean it's gonna break me. It doesn't mean it's gonna bend me, right? It might flex me a little bit, maybe a bit uncomfortable, but on the other side, I come out polished as new, right? So that was my failure, what I learned from it. Question number 7, what was my biggest accomplishment? I have 2. Actually there are 3. I have 3, right? So the first big accomplishment I had was getting out of the hospital bed and tackling this diagnosis, tackling this disease. I'm gonna call it what it is, tackling this disease, and saying, you know what, enough is enough, right? Finding that strength. That was one of my biggest accomplishments there, and nothing and nobody can take that from me, right? Amen. So the second biggest accomplishment was finishing and publishing my first book. Love in the Eyes of the Author, collection of spoken word pieces. Link in the description down below. As always, if you don't know, go click the link, check it out. Ebook, paperback, grab yourself a copy. It's for a great price. It's a great read. It's a short read. It's a great read. Check it out. I love poems. With your boys, we gotta get it done right. And the other biggest accomplishment was marrying my wife. Right, marrying my wife. Finding someone who loves me for me, no matter what. And I'm not saying that as if it was a trophy prize. I'm saying that marrying her, with that space where I was like, okay, I'm on the top now. I found happiness, I found love, I found peace, I found joy, I found togetherness within this person. And for me that was huge. That was huge. I didn't know it was gonna happen. That was nothing but God. That was nothing but God. In that moment. And yeah. Right, so get out of conquering this disease, publish my book, and becoming a husband to my lovely wife. We're going on this year will make 2 years. We just celebrated our first anniversary November 7th last year, 2 years this year. We're gonna keep pushing on, you know. I know we didn't document that. I told you, I'm not gonna be one that documents everything that happens in my life. Especially because it's a lot to die. Stuff happens every day. There will be a lot of content if I did do a video every day, but you know, maybe this year be different. I don't know. You never know, right? New things coming, right? All right, so we got that. So question number 8. What was the hardest thing you've had to do, overcome, or face? The hardest thing I ever come, it all goes back to that diagnosis. It all does. But the hardest thing, I'm sorry, a cold. I got sensitive teeth. That might have been a hard thing to overcome. No, the hard thing I had to overcome and face was on October 22nd, 2011. We're not gonna cry, we'll get through it, right? October 22nd, 2011 was the day that I watched my father take his last breath. Now, my father and I were the inseparable type. You saw him, you saw me, you saw me, you saw him type thing. I was always glued to his hip, and that wasn't changing for nothing. That's just how it was, and that's how it was going to be. But to watch that happen, it broke me in a way that took time to even cope or understand what was happening. Although I was an adult at the time. I was like 19, 20, some 19, I think. I was old enough to understand it. I've seen it before, and I was old enough to understand what was happening, but like, that was my father, you know. And to see it happen right in front of me in our home, where he wanted to be. He said, and I quote, "Do not let him die in a hospital." So we didn't. The comfort of his home, his house. And that was hard. It was tough. It was tough. But I had to say, you know what? It's gonna be all right, because he suffered for so long. He suffered for so long, but it would have been selfish of me to have said, God, let him stay a little bit longer. You know, I didn't want him to go through that pain. None of us did. So that moment he did it, the moment he took that breath, and I know he knows that we all were there around him. I know he know we were all there around him. And it was just like, yeah. So that was the hardest thing I've had to do. I put that over me battling this disease. I put that over trying to walk again. Being at the bedside of our father as he transitioned was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, ever had to face, and ever had to overcome. I had to really buckle down and get myself, you know, in order, you know, and it was, yeah. We're gonna move on. Question number 9. What are my values? I have a lot of values: integrity, honesty, selflessness. But one value stands out above them all, and that's no matter what I do in life, always put God first. The biggest value I stand on is putting God first, no matter what is happening in my life, no matter if it's good, bad, ugly. I don't care if it's rain. I don't care if it's raining cats and dogs. I'm putting God first. I'm gonna know that as long as He's at the head of everything, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna work out for my good, no matter what it is, no matter what's happening, no matter what I'm going through, no matter what I'm walking through. Putting God first for me makes it all better. I don't care. I put Him first through everything I walk through in life. Although I stumble from time to time, He's always there. He's always first in my life. right? So that's the biggest value that I stand on, the biggest value that I have. Question number 10. This will be a long video. Question number 10. Am I comfortable in my skin? I am 100% authentically, unapologetically comfortable in the skin I'm in. I don't care about people say, I don't care about people talking about me. I don't care about the naysayers. You can judge me, you can critique me, you can criticize me. I don't give a flying fig newt what you think about me. I am me, Marcus T, unapologetic, unadulterated, raw. This is me. What you see is what you get most of the time. Most of the time, I'll say that. You know, some people, you got that switch. Sometimes you got to turn on, turn off in certain environments. But even in that, I'm me. Yeah. I'm comfortable in my blackness. I'm comfortable in my lisp. I'm comfortable in my skinniness, my thinness. I'm comfortable in the way I walk. Comfortable in the way I talk, my diction, my my speech. I'm comfortable with me. Right? I'm comfortable with me. Point blank, period. Right? Yeah. And I hope and I pray that you are in a space that you're comfortable with yourself as well, and that you're letting nobody tell you how to be you, nobody changing you for the detriment of you. Changing for the better is different. We all need to change for the better. I know I have some change to do myself, but when somebody try to change you for the detriment of you and try to put you down to make themselves feel better, nah, we're not living for that. We're not living for that. Right? Moving on. Question number 11. How do I show love for myself? I constantly encourage myself, and speaking words of encouragement to myself, not affirmations per se, but encouragement. I'm constantly praying for myself. I'm constantly, I take care of my personal hygiene, personal appearance. I know my hair ain't done yet, but guys, it's going to get done. Haircut's coming, right? And I think that self-care goes a long way. Self-care and self-love goes a long way with mentalities and all that good stuff, right? That's supposed to get on now. I'm sorry. Oh, that's sweet. But self-care and self-love, making sure you're encouraging yourself daily, not just when you're going through, but even when you're on top. Keep encouraging yourself. Encourage, like literally speak to your life, speak over your life, and decree and declare every day, that it's going to be good. A good day. Decree and declare that you're going to make it through. Decree and declare that nothing's going to hinder you. Decree and declare that no matter what the next person does, you're going to be all right. That's me. At least that's what I do. I constantly pray for myself. I don't care if I'm on a mountain peak up high. I'm gonna pray for myself as if I'm in the valley down low. I'm gonna keep praying, keep encouraging myself, keep asking God to download into me, keep and keeping that positive mindset, keeping that positive mentality goes a long way with self-care. Goes a long way. That's how I show love to myself. Right? Question number 12. 5 years from now, what advice would I give myself? What advice would I give myself 5 years from now? Oh, I got one. To continue to allow space for growth and change. Well, growth and change. I know I'm not big on change and stuff like that. Change really scares me sometimes. But at certain space in your life, you realize that change is wanted here, and growth is wanted here. And I constantly try to grow and evolve, especially daily, because you're learning so much. You're learning so much. So much is being downloaded into you as you move up throughout the day. And I just constantly try to encourage myself to just keep pushing on. And I 5 years, and that would be the advice I give to just allow space for that there, and to just continue to sit with God and let God guide you through. Continue to let God, no matter what, continue Him first. Continue to let Him guide you through. That advice go 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. Continue to let God guide you through. Sometimes it's just that simple, right? Sometimes it's not that simple, but Question number 13. How much time do I invest in the people that I care for? I try to invest an adequate amount of time, and sometimes I do overdo it, and I'm learning that, especially in this season here now. And because you go back and reflect. January was my time of reflection, right? So I will go back and reflect on that. Well, we'll touch on that in another video, but yeah, I think I spend an adequate amount of time with them. Sometimes it may be a little too much, but I try to make sure that they know that they're important to me, and that they have a special space in my life, and that they do have space in my life. Um, yeah, yeah. Question number 14. If I kept on living my life as I am, where would I be in 5 years? On top. On top. I'm gonna be an author. I'm gonna be 5 years from now. Hold me to it. I'm gonna be a best-selling author. 15 years from, let's say let's say 5 to 15 years. 5 years best-selling author. 10 years best-selling author. 15 years best-selling author. Okay, I'm holding to it. I'm holding to it. I'm holding to it. I'm holding to it. Right. I'm gonna have my house, right, bought. It's gonna be there, right? That's what it's gonna be. If I keep, because that's where I'm at now. I'm pushing for greatness, because God said I could. Right? I'm pushing greatness because He said I could. And it's that simple for me right now. I'm not holding back for nothing. I'm gonna keep pushing forward. I'm gonna keep building and keep adapting, keep adjusting course, keep changing, or as we say, adjust fire. I'm gonna keep pushing through, keep pushing through. I'm not stopping the train for nothing. For nothing. We're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep being positive, and positive mentality is going to be there, right? We're going to keep loving ourselves as we love those around us who deserve our love, and we're going to keep building, keep growing. Because 5 years is going to go like that. It's going to be like that, right? So I got to keep grinding. I got to keep pushing. I got to keep doing what I'm doing here. Keep doing what I'm doing with my books. Keep doing what I'm doing with my positivity campaigns and everything. We're going to keep just doing. As Ray Charles said, we're gonna make it do what it do. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna make it do what it do. All right, so that's 14. Question number 15. How do I react to negative comments? With positivity, I don't let it get me down. So many people have talked about me through the process, through the years, and I just like, oh wow, really? That's how you feel? That's good for you. And I go sit, that's good. Just like that. Just like that. I refuse to let a negative comment put me in a space of stealing my joy and my peace. Nah, I work too hard for this joy and peace. I work too hard for this joy and peace that I got here. Nope, ain't nothing you gonna say or do gonna take my joy or peace from me. That's just the devil is a whole lot. I have lying in between. Nah, I'm not here. No ma'am, no bam, no ham. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. That's how I do it. Most of them I don't react with it at all. I just be okay. That's how you because you're entitled to your opinion about anything, and especially about me. But I'm not gonna let that hinder me. I'm not gonna let that stick to me. I'm not gonna carry that weight. I've done it before, and it's not a good look at all. It's not good. It doesn't do nothing but steal you. It doesn't do nothing but take from you and eat you from the inside out. Yeah. So we nip that in the bud. Quick, fast, and hurry. Right. Question number 16. How regular is your life's rhythm? I think it's at a steady. I think my rhythm is at a steady pace. It's not too much ups or downs. I mean, and if it is, it spikes just a little bit, and I grab it and put it back in the best I can. But I try not to add too much new. I mean, if I do add something new, it's just a slow thing you add into the process there. Yeah, I'm pretty plain. I don't do too many exciting things. I think the most exciting I did I think the most exciting I did this morning was wake up and make hot chocolate. I ain't done that in a while, right? But it's pretty simple. I wake up, get my breakfast. I pray a little bit. Well, I pray while I'm cooking, pray while I'm eating. I'm praying right now as I'm talking to you guys. It's just what you do. I mean, it's just pretty even on an even tilt, whatever it is. But yeah. I mean, yeah. Question for 17. How much do I look forward to the weekend? Well, for me, every day, for how I live life now, every day for me can be a weekend. Because by me working for myself, I set my own pace and my own schedule. So if I don't want to work this week, I'm gonna have a weekend Monday through Sunday. You know what I'm saying? If I don't work for the month, my weekend be from the 1st to the 31st or the 30th, how many days in that month. But the weekend does excite you a little bit because people aren't really working that much on the weekend. Those who are working, I'm sorry for you guys. I know you guys got to do what you got to do. But like, and especially in the summertime though, because nobody working at cookout time coming around. Everybody there, family get together, friends, whatever. We have a great time. I mean, the weekends are cool and all, but I mean, it's just another day of the week, really. I mean, it's just 2 days of the week that's on the weekend, the end of the week, I guess. But yeah, but I mean, because I guess some people look at the weekends, okay, that's the time to decompress. But I think that you should decompress daily, not just on the weekends. Although you're working and pushing yourself through those weeks, get those weeks, and it can be very stressful, I know. But I encourage you to decompress daily. Take that time for yourself at the end of your day before your head hit that pillow. Allow yourself to decompress. It goes a long way mentally, physically, emotionally, and even spiritually. It goes a long way. Trust me, it does. Right. So, question number 18. This is not a question I came up with. This is one that was on the in the line in a way. How healthy is my lifestyle? It ain't healthy at all. Well, take that back. I don't really eat per se healthy per se, but I do exercise. I do have an exercise regimen routine that I do twice a week. I haven't worked out this year at all. Next month is my month to get back into the swing of things. So I had a few setbacks already this year, so I had to push through those. But it's gonna be all right. Next month, my month. Hold me to it. Next month, March is my workout month. We're gonna work out. We're gonna push through in March, right? But when it comes to food, guys, I'm drinking hot chocolate, eating waffles with syrup, sugar, nothing but it. Yeah. But I mean, I do eat fruit. I like bananas and got my pears, right? And that's in fruit juice, not syrup, right? So yeah, that's how healthy my life is. But I do take my health very important. I do take my health very important, especially these days. You got to be safe. You got to be careful. Not just with the COVID virus out there, but also with my illness. I got to be on top of my game no matter what. On my game no matter what, right? Question number 19. How important is money for me? Okay, this gonna sound okay. I can care two cents about money. Money comes and goes, right? And when you're dead and gone, you can't take it with you, right? I know we need money to survive, money to live. We want to get these luxury lavish things, and I do want the finance to come. I'm not human. I'm not blocking nothing God got for me stored up there in heaven. He finna open up that safe vault and tip the truck over, right? If it comes, it comes. If it don't, I know how to maintain. I can budget well. I can maintain well, and I know how to live off what I have. And when I got it, I'll get it. You know. If I have enough to splurge for me every now and again, I'll do that. Like electronics or shoes or something like that. Sometimes stuff I don't even need, I'll get. But yeah, I mean, money's cool, but it's like I said, when you're dead and gone, you can't take it with you. Some people kill over money. They war over money, and it's like once you spend it, it's gone. Right? It's just me. Once you spend it, it's gone. But yeah, I don't. Yeah. Okay, question number 19. We coming out in question number 20. What do I think about when I'm alone? What I'm gonna eat, what I'm gonna do next. No, but on top of that, that's true. That's what I think about. Man, I'm like, man, what I'm gonna eat. But when I'm alone, I typically think about, okay, what's the next step in my plan? What am I gonna do to get to that next space and what I need to get done? How am I gonna use this to better my life? Or how am I gonna use this to grow? To grow what I already have here, you know, because you got that circle. It's always growing. It's always evolving, and that's what I want. I want that circle to always just keep growing. Whatever's in that circle, whether it be my business, my family, my marriage, my health, finances, I guess, new adventures. I want to keep growing. I want to keep growing, and so that's you got to. You're constantly working your mind, especially mine. Don't let my mind sit out for too long. A poet with an idle mind. It ain't pretty though. It's not pretty that one bit. Yeah, but that's pretty much how I do. I'm alone. Food pretty much is the cake number one. Yeah, I may be small, but don't count me. I may take my time to eat, but don't count me out. Right. Question number 21, the last question on the list. We made it through. This is This video is long as ever, but I pray you guys will watch it through. Question number 21. When am I most efficient during the day? And have I tried the opposite? Have I tried the opposite extreme to verify it? When I'm most effective during the day? I'm most effective in the morning time, like between 10 and 11:45. That's when my mind is there. I'm there. I'm typically up at like 6. I sit in the bed for a bit, and I'm thinking, I'm processing if I'm going to get out of bed because it's cold most of the time. Although the heat be on, you know, when you get out that cover in the morning, it be freezing, and okay, your heat on 3,000, it's still cold when you pull off that blanket. Um, but that's I'm typically most productive in the morning time. Morning mid afternoon. I was morning mid afternoon. I'll say, like after 2, I'm like, yeah, I'm tapping out most of the time by that. Right, tapping out. I was that way in school too. Give me a morning class, I'm good to go. By the time after 12 hit, sheesh, can we go home yet? Type thing, you know. But yeah, but I think mornings for me, like that earlier space in the day, for me is when I'm most productive and I'm most effective in getting things done that need to get done. Um, but yeah, guys, so 21 questions. Um, Yeah, that's me in a nutshell. 21 questions, guys. I pray that you made it to the end of it. I pray that you have made it to the end of this video to hear me say this here. I thank you for watching the video. I thank you for staying for this long. I know this was pretty lengthy. Um, but yeah, the first video was like 45 minutes when I first did this video here. So yeah. And a lot of people actually watched that one through the entire video. So I pray you watch this one too. But thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being here as we make these transitions, make these changes, and as we continue to grow together, as one, as a collective and individually. Um, yeah, thank you for supporting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for turning on the notification bell. And thank you for wanting to tag along with me through this journey here of life and poetry with the one and only Marcus T. This guy. Be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and the Life Poetry Facebook page. They're all in the description down below, as well as the book, as well as my first self-published book, Love in the Eyes of the Author, collection of spoken word pieces, which is available on Amazon via paperback and Kindle. Check it out. Grab this for a copy, guys. Valentine's Day is around the corner. Get one for your significant other. But yeah, it's been a pleasure today, guys. I'm gonna finish eating my breakfast here as I continue to pursue the day. But yeah, I used to say I'm gonna go get something to eat, but I'm already eating here, right? So either way, guys, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me, allowing me to rock with y'all. And as always, be blessed. As always, stay safe. Be blessed. Until next time, we out. Peace. Yeah, my waffles done got cold though. I'm really mad.